London, no fuel shipments have reached Yemen's largest port for a month, a Reuters analysis of port and ship tracking data shows, as a Saudi Arabian-led blockade on the war-torn country tightens despite international calls for the siege to end. Tankers laden with oil have turned away from Hodeidah, the biggest entry point for cargo to the devastated north, without unloading. The United Nations body tasked with inspecting ships seeking to enter the area said on Wednesday it could not say when such ships would be allowed through. The shortage means areas hardest hit by war, malnutrition and cholera lack functioning hospital generators, cooking fuel and water pumps. It also makes it harder to move food and medical aid around the country. At least 1 in 4 people in the nation of 28 million is starving, according to the United Nations, as a 3-year civil war, stoked by regional foes Saudi Arabia and Iran, rages on. The United Nations and individual governments including Britain have urged Saudi Arabia over the past few weeks to loosen its blockade on Yemen's northern Red Sea ports. In a statement to Reuters, a spokesperson for the UN inspection body, the Verification and Inspection Mechanism for Yemen, UNVIM, said the Saudi-led coalition forces have refused tankers permission to enter Hodeidah despite its approval, and repeated attempts by the vessels to proceed. The coalition has repeatedly said their priority is food only. The coalition has turned away up to 12 tankers in recent weeks, the UNVIM spokesperson said, adding, UNVIM is unable to say when the coalition will allow fuel tankers to enter Yemen's Red Sea ports anchorage areas. Saudi Arabia and its allies, with the backing of the United States, first positioned warships in Yemeni waters in 2015. Since then, commercial shipments to Hodeidah and other ports controlled by Iran-backed Houthi militia have suffered severe restrictions and delays. In early November, after a Houthi ballistic missile was fired into Riyadh, Saudi Arabia blocked all Yemen's ports, preventing any shipments, including humanitarian aid, from entering the country. Since then, Riyadh has reopened southern ports, including Aden, which are under the control of the Saudi-backed internationally recognized government, and allowed humanitarian aid into Hodeidah. But the squeeze on commercial shipments to Hodeidah has tightened. According to Hodeidah port records, Saudi-led military forces last month ordered at least 6 oil tankers to leave the port before unloading. Captain Mohammed Ishaq, executive chairman of the Yemen Red Sea Ports Corporation, which operates Hodeidah, told Reuters on Tuesday no fuel shipments had reached the port since November 6. The International Committee of the Red Cross warned last week that water systems in 9 cities including Hodeidah had run out of fuel stocks. Since then, as a last resort, it said it has supplied fuel to the water authorities of Hodeidah and Taiz to help provide clean water to over 1 million people, as well as to several hospitals in the embattled capital of Sana'a. A spokesman for the Saudi coalition could not be reached for comment.